You, the chosen one, are stepping into a season unlike any other. There is something new happening within you, something undeniable, something powerful that is awakening in the depths of your being. It is not just a shift in how you feel, it is a divine stirring, a calling from the highest realms, an energy rising within you that refuses to be ignored. This energy is not random. It is not just a fleeting surge of passion or desire. It is a sacred force, a current of divine life flowing through you, shaking you awake, pushing you towards something greater. You have always been different, always carried something rare within you. But now this truth is being magnified. You are not just feeling an increase in your personal power, you are experiencing a spiritual activation, a moment where your energy is aligning with something far beyond what the eyes can see. This is God's way of telling you that you are ready. Ready to ascend, ready to receive, ready to step into a new dimension of who you are meant to be. This newly found high energy is not simply about attraction or presence. It is about awakening a force within you that has been waiting for the right moment to emerge. It is a reminder that you have been chosen, that you are not here to live an ordinary life, that your spirit carries something destined to shift realities, to open doors, to bring light where there was once darkness. But with this awakening comes responsibility. God does not give power without purpose, does not ignite a fire without reason. This is a moment of great transition, a time where you must understand that what is being unlocked in you is sacred. It must not be misused. It must not be wasted. It must not be given to those who do not respect its depth. This energy will set you apart. It will draw people toward you, magnetizing those who are meant to align with your journey, but also attracting those who are not meant to stay. It will shift the way people see you, the way they react to you, the way they experience your presence. And through all of this, you must remain steadfast, knowing that what is happening within you is bigger than temporary connections, bigger than validation, bigger than any single moment. This is the beginning of your spiritual rebirth. The opening of a new chapter where you are no longer just living, you are awakening. You, the chosen one, must now come to terms with what is happening inside you. This is not an accident. This is not something to fear. This is a divine gift, a spiritual realignment, a force that has been set in motion by the very hands of God. But for you to fully embrace it, you must first understand it. Your energy is a language. It speaks before you do. It shifts atmospheres. It changes the way people feel when they are in your presence. It is something rare, something divine, something that cannot be imitated or replicated. And now, as this energy grows stronger, as it radiates from you in ways you have never experienced before, you must begin to ask yourself, why? Why now? Why has this power been awakened within me at this moment? The answer is simple yet profound. Because it is time. God has been preparing you. You may not have realized it, but every struggle, every challenge, every delay, every hardship you have faced has been a process of refinement. You are being shaped, being tested, being prepared for this very awakening. And now, because you have endured, because you have held on to faith even when the path was unclear, you are stepping into a higher level of existence. This energy is not just about attraction. It is about creation. It is a force meant to birth new realities in your life, to shift you into divine opportunities, to bring you into alignment with your true calling. It is the same energy that fuels visionaries, that empowers leaders, that drives those who refuse to settle for mediocrity. It is a force that, if harnessed correctly, will propel you into levels of success, fulfillment, and spiritual power that you never thought possible. But here lies the challenge. Will you control the energy, or will the energy control you? Many have received this gift and squandered it. They allowed it to be drained by distractions, misused by those who saw their light but did not respect its source. They mistook their power for something purely physical and forgot that it was meant for something far greater. But you, the chosen one, are different. You have been called to master yourself, to wield this energy with wisdom, to channel it toward the things that will build you rather than diminish you. You must recognize that this is not a time to be careless. Your spirit is in transition, your energy is being heightened, and with that comes tests. There will be temptations that try to pull you away from your path. Distractions that attempt to make you waste what has been given to you. People will be drawn to you not for who you are, but for what they can take. And this is where your strength will be revealed. You must guard your energy. Protect it fiercely. Move with intention, knowing that not everyone who desires you is meant to receive you. This energy is too sacred, too powerful, too divine to be misused. It is meant for something higher, for something greater, for something that aligns with your destiny. This is the moment where you take ownership of your power, where you understand that it is not just yours, but a divine tool placed in you for a reason. You do not exist for the approval of others. You do not exist to be drained by meaningless connections. You exist to create, to lead, to rise, to transform, to step fully into the version of yourself that God has always known you could be. And so, chosen one, as you stand at the threshold of this awakening, you must make a choice. Will you embrace this energy with wisdom, or will you allow it to be wasted? Will you use it to fuel your purpose, or will you let it be scattered on things that do not serve you? Will you elevate, or will you allow yourself to be distracted? This energy is the key to your next level. Master it, and you will step into a life of divine purpose, clarity, and unstoppable power. The awakening has begun. Now, it is up to you to walk in it. You, the chosen one, are experiencing an awakening that is not just physical, but spiritual. This newfound energy surging through you is not simply about attraction, not merely about presence. It is a call to transformation, a demand for purification. The power within you is sacred, and to wield it with purpose, your intentions must be clear, your motives must be pure, and your direction must be intentional. Energy like this is not given to just anyone. It is reserved for those who are ready to elevate, for those who have been through the fire and emerged refined, for those who have endured struggles not just to survive, but to evolve. And now, with this energy rising within you, you must make a conscious decision. How will you use it? Some will see this power as a tool for self-indulgence, as a means to satisfy temporary desires, as a way to gain attention, validation, or control. But you are different. You are chosen. This energy is not meant for empty pursuits or fleeting moments. It is meant to build something divine. It is meant to bring you closer to your highest self, to align you with your God-given mission, to place you exactly where you need to be in order to fulfill the purpose that was written for you before you even took your first breath. But to access that level of clarity, you must purify your intent. You must strip away the distractions, cleanse yourself of any lingering doubts, and rid yourself of anything that is pulling you away from your divine calling. You must step fully into the truth that your energy is a responsibility, a force to be directed with wisdom, a flame to be used for illumination rather than destruction. Look inward. Ask yourself, why have you been given this power now? Why is it manifesting at this moment in your life? What is God showing you? What is He preparing you for? There is something greater at work, something beyond what your eyes can see, something divine orchestrating every step you take. But if your vision is clouded by distractions, if your energy is scattered on things that do not serve your highest good, you may miss the very thing you have been preparing for. Your heart must be in alignment. Your spirit must be ready. This energy is not just about what you can do. It is about what you must do. It is about the responsibility that comes with being set apart, the discipline required to hold this level of power without being consumed by it. Many have failed at this stage. They have allowed their own desires to lead them astray. They have misused the gifts they were given. They have let their energy be drained by meaningless pursuits. But you must be different. You must stand firm. You must remember that this is a calling, not a distraction. It is an opportunity to rise, to elevate, to become someone who walks in both power and wisdom, someone who does not chase, who does not beg, who does not waste what has been divinely entrusted to them. You must move with intention, knowing that every action, every decision, every place where you direct your energy will either bring you closer to your destiny or pull you further away from it. So purify your intent. Let go of anything that is holding you back. Detach from anything that does not align with where you are headed. Refine your focus, sharpen your vision, and recognize that this moment is sacred. What is happening within you is not random. It is God's way of preparing you for something far greater than you have ever imagined. You, the chosen one, have stepped onto a path that few will ever walk. This is not just an increase in energy, it is a gateway to enlightenment, an invitation to step into a higher state of existence, a calling to leave behind the noise of the world and embrace a level of clarity that transforms everything. This journey is not about external validation. It is not about proving anything to anyone. It is about becoming. It is about discovering who you truly are, unlocking the wisdom that has always been inside you, and aligning yourself so completely with your purpose that everything in your life begins to shift in your favor. The power within you is not meant to control others. It is meant to awaken you. It is meant to open your eyes to the truths that were hidden before, to reveal the illusions that once deceived you, to free you from the chains of conditioning that kept you small. You are not small. You have never been small. And now, as this energy rises, you must finally accept that you were never meant to live an ordinary life. But enlightenment does not come without challenge. This level of power will force you to confront things that many people run from. It will demand that you let go of limiting beliefs, that you release old versions of yourself that no longer serve you, that you step away from anything that keeps you bound to lower vibrations. It will push you to seek wisdom beyond what you have been taught, to question the narratives that society has placed upon you, to understand that true power is not in taking but in knowing. You are stepping into a new level of awareness. You will begin to notice things you once ignored. You will start to feel when something is not in alignment with your spirit. You will no longer be able to tolerate environments, relationships, or habits that drain you. You will find yourself drawn to knowledge, to deeper understanding, to spiritual elevation that cannot be explained but only experienced. And this is where your strength will be tested, because many will not understand. Many will question why you have changed, why you no longer move the way you once did, why you no longer entertain the things that once amused you. But you must not waver. You must not lower yourself to make others comfortable. You must not shrink just because your light has become too bright for those who are still walking in darkness. This is the part of the journey where you must walk alone for a time. Not because you are abandoned, not because you are forgotten, but because God needs you to see what you are truly made of. He needs you to understand that this is not about seeking approval from others. It is about standing firm in your truth, about embracing the calling that has been placed upon your life, about recognizing that your energy is now operating at a frequency that not everyone is meant to access. This is where enlightenment begins. When you stop looking outside of yourself for answers and start realizing that everything you need has already been placed within you. When you stop trying to force things and instead allow divine timing to work in your favor. When you stop reacting to the world and start creating your world, shaping your reality, stepping fully into the authority that you have been given. You have already been chosen. You have already been set apart. This energy is proof that you are ready to ascend. And now all that is left is for you to embrace it, to surrender to the process, to trust that this is exactly where you are meant to be. Your spiritual awakening is not coming, it is here. Your transformation is not something you are waiting for, it is already happening. You are not searching for enlightenment, you are becoming enlightenment. The only thing left for you to do is step forward and claim what has always been yours. You, the chosen one, are now standing in the presence of something rare, something powerful, something undeniable. This newfound energy that surges through you is not random. It is a force, a current of divine motion that has been activated within you. This is not a moment to take lightly. This is not a sensation that will pass as quickly as it came. This is your awakening, and what you do next will determine the course of your spiritual elevation. Many who feel this energy do not know how to harness it. They let it control them rather than taking control of it. They fall victim to distractions, allowing themselves to be pulled into desires that drain them rather than elevate them. They waste this power on pursuits that lead nowhere, mistaking its intensity for a call to indulgence rather than a call to transformation. But you are not like them. You are not meant to let this energy consume you. You are meant to master it. The key to harnessing this power lies in your ability to direct it with purpose. This energy is raw, untamed, alive. If left uncontrolled, it will scatter, dissipating into meaningless pursuits that offer nothing but temporary gratification. But when focused, when channeled with wisdom, it becomes a tool for creation, a force that fuels your growth, a source of momentum that propels you into a higher state of existence. You must become aware of where your energy flows. Every action, every interaction, every thought carries a charge, a current that either strengthens you or weakens you. You cannot afford to be reckless. You cannot afford to give your power away freely to people, places, or habits that do not align with your divine path. This energy is sacred, and only those who are aligned with your mission should be allowed to share in it. Discipline will be your greatest weapon. The ability to control your desires rather than be controlled by them will set you apart. While others are swayed by temptation, by the need for validation, by the pursuit of pleasure without purpose, you will remain unshaken, standing firm in your awareness that not everything that calls to you is meant for you. Not everyone who is drawn to your light is meant to walk with you. This is the moment where you must become ruthlessly selective with where you invest your energy. Your power will only grow if it is cultivated in the right soil. Feed it with wisdom, with discipline, with purpose, and it will transform you into a force unlike anything the world has seen. Scatter it carelessly, and you will find yourself drained, distracted, and further from your purpose than ever before. You must move with intention. You must recognize that your energy is not just a physical presence, but a spiritual signature, a vibration that is calling forth everything that is meant for you. Every choice you make determines whether you move closer to your highest self or further away. Every action either strengthens your energy or depletes it. Every day is an opportunity to refine, to sharpen, to wield this power in a way that builds rather than destroys. This is the path of mastery, the road that few will walk, the journey that separates those who are controlled by their impulses from those who rise above them. This is the moment where you decide, will you be the master of your energy, or will it master you? You, the chosen one, are beginning to see the effects of your transformation. This energy does not just change you, it changes everything around you. It alters the way people perceive you, the way they respond to you, the way they feel when they are near you. You are no longer just present in the world, you are felt in ways that defy explanation. But this power is not just about attraction. It is not just about commanding attention. It is about deepening your connections, aligning yourself with those who truly see you, truly understand you, truly resonate with your spirit. You are no longer in a place where shallow interactions satisfy you. Your soul craves something more, something meaningful, something that elevates rather than drains. This energy you carry has the ability to draw people in, but you must be mindful of who you allow into your space. Not everyone who desires your presence is meant to walk this path with you. Some are drawn to the light but do not respect its power. Some seek to take rather than to give, to consume rather than to build. This is why discernment is now your greatest ally. You must begin to seek depth over abundance, alignment over convenience, quality over quantity. You do not need validation from many. You need connection with the few who truly matter. Those who see beyond the surface, beyond the external, beyond what the world perceives. Those who recognize your soul, who honor your energy, who understand that what you carry is rare and sacred. As your energy grows, so too does your responsibility. You are not just living for yourself. You are living for the impact you will make, for the lives you will touch, for the souls you will awaken simply by existing in your truth. The right connections will recognize this. They will support your elevation, challenge you to grow, remind you of your purpose when the world tries to distract you. But the wrong connections? They will do the opposite. They will drain you, pull you down, attempt to tether you to a version of yourself that no longer exists. You must be strong enough to let them go. You must be willing to walk away from anything that does not feed your spirit, anything that does not add to your journey, anything that does not match the frequency you are now operating on. This will not always be easy. There will be those who do not understand why you have changed, why you no longer entertain the same conversations, why you no longer settle for less than what you deserve. But you must stand firm. You must know that your evolution is not for their approval. It is for your ascension. The deeper your spiritual awakening, the more refined your connections must become. You are no longer just seeking companionship. You are seeking alignment. You are no longer interested in momentary attraction. You are seeking something eternal. And this, chosen one, is how you will know who is meant for you. They will not just be drawn to your light. They will protect it, nurture it, amplify it. They will not just admire your power. They will respect it. They will not just take from your energy. They will pour into you, just as you pour into them. This is the level of connection you must demand. This is the standard you must set. This is the path that will lead you to relationships that are not just fulfilling, but divinely orchestrated. Because in this new phase of your life, in this awakened state of being, nothing less will do. You, the chosen one, are no longer who you once were. The energy coursing through you has done more than shift your presence. It has awakened something deep within your soul. You are beginning to see life differently, to perceive things that once went unnoticed, to feel a connection to the divine in ways that are undeniable. This is not just a personal change, it is a spiritual transformation. The world around you may look the same, but you no longer experience it in the same way. The way people speak, the way they move, the energy they bring into a space, it all carries weight now. You can sense it, feel it, discern it with a clarity that was not there before. What once entertained you now feels empty. What once distracted you now feels beneath you. Your soul is demanding something more depth, more wisdom, more truth. And this is because you are no longer operating from the surface. You are awakening from within. This is the stage where many feel discomfort. You may find yourself questioning everything, your past choices, your relationships, your desires. You may even feel a sense of detachment, as though you no longer fit into the places and circles where you once belonged. This is not a sign of loss, it is a sign of elevation. You are shedding the old to make way for the new. The person you were before could not have handled this energy, could not have carried this level of awareness. But you are no longer that person. You are evolving into a higher version of yourself, one who is prepared for the spiritual awakening that is unfolding before you. With this awakening comes a new responsibility, the responsibility to protect your soul. The more awakened you become, the more you will attract not just those who seek enlightenment, but those who seek to take from your light without contributing to it. Some will be drawn to you because they feel the energy radiating from you, but not everyone who comes near you is meant to walk this path with you. You must be able to discern who is for you and who is only here to drain you. This is where your inner strength will be tested. Do you have the discipline to say no to what does not serve you? Do you have the wisdom to step away from situations that do not align with your newfound awareness? Do you have the courage to embrace the solitude that sometimes comes with deep transformation? These are the questions you must ask yourself, because the path of an awakened soul is not always easy. It is not always comfortable, but it is always worth it. You, the chosen one, have been called into something greater. The shifts you feel, the energy rising within you, the clarity that is expanding your mind, these are not coincidences. They are signs. Signs that your soul is ready for the next phase of your journey. Signs that you are now walking in alignment with your divine purpose. The awakening is not coming, it is here. You must embrace it fully, without fear, without hesitation, without allowing the distractions of the world to pull you back into the person you have outgrown. Your soul is calling you forward. Will you answer? You, the chosen one, are stepping into a phase of accelerated transformation. Everything you have known, everything you have experienced, everything you have believed is now being reshaped, redefined, and elevated. This is not just about change, it is about becoming something completely new. The old version of you is dissolving, making way for the version of you that is meant to walk in divine power, clarity, and wisdom. This transformation is not happening to you, it is happening through you. It is a shift that is unfolding at every level of your being. Your mind is expanding, your spirit is strengthening, your intuition is sharpening. You no longer just react to life, you understand it. You see the patterns, the cycles, the connections between your past and your future. You recognize that nothing was ever random, that every struggle, every moment of doubt, every hardship was shaping you for this very moment. But transformation is not passive. It is not something you simply witness. It requires active participation, a conscious decision to step fully into your higher self, to let go of what no longer serves you, to embrace the unknown with faith rather than fear. Many people resist transformation because it demands that they release comfort, that they leave behind the familiar. But you must remember, comfort has never led to greatness. Comfort does not challenge, it does not elevate, it does not refine. You are being called to grow beyond your limitations. The doubts that once held you back must now be silenced. The fears that once controlled you must now be conquered. The excuses that once kept you stagnant must now be abandoned. Growth demands that you step into discomfort, that you face the parts of yourself that need healing, that you let go of the habits, mindsets, and relationships that are not aligned with the person you are becoming. This is where many people fail. They want the transformation, but they are unwilling to let go of what keeps them small. They want the elevation, but they cling to the past because it is familiar. But you, the chosen one, must rise above this. You must have the courage to trust that what lies ahead is greater than anything you are leaving behind. You must have the discipline to resist the temptations that would pull you back into your old ways. You must have the faith to step into the unknown, knowing that God has already paved the way for your success, your healing, your spiritual fulfillment. This transformation is not just about you, it is about your purpose. The more you evolve, the more you will inspire others to do the same. The more you grow, the more you will become a beacon for those who are still searching for their path. Your journey is not just for your benefit, it is for the lives you are meant to touch, the souls you are meant to awaken, the people you are meant to lead into their own divine calling. You cannot afford to resist this process. You cannot afford to delay your growth. Everything is aligning in your favor, but you must be willing to move forward with conviction. You must take the lessons of your past and use them as stepping stones, not as chains that keep you bound. You must recognize that every challenge was a preparation, every struggle was a lesson, every detour was a redirection toward something greater. You are no longer just existing. You are transforming, and this transformation is permanent. Step forward with confidence, walk in your power, trust in your path. The old has passed away and the new has come. This is your time. This is your moment. This is the beginning of the life you are always meant to live. And there is no turning back. You, the chosen one, are now at the precipice of something that few will ever understand. This newfound energy within you is not just a phase, not just a moment of heightened awareness. It is a permanent shift in your being. You have unlocked something deep, something divine, something that cannot be reversed. But with great power comes great responsibility, and the true test begins now. Spiritual discipline is what separates those who rise from those who fall. Many have been given the gift of awareness, the gift of powerful energy, the gift of divine attraction, but they have squandered it. They have allowed their desires to rule them instead of ruling over their desires. They have wasted their energy on things and people that were never meant to receive it. And in doing so, they have weakened themselves, draining the very power that was meant to elevate them. But you, the chosen one, must be different. You must recognize that this energy is not just meant to be felt. It is meant to be mastered. It is not enough to possess power. True strength lies in your ability to control it, to wield it with precision, to use it for divine purpose rather than for fleeting pleasure. Discipline begins with awareness. You must be fully conscious of where your energy flows, of how it is spent, of what it is creating in your life. Every interaction, every thought, every action carries a spiritual weight. Nothing is meaningless, nothing is without consequence. The more refined your discipline, the more potent your power. The more focused your energy, the more unstoppable you become. The world is filled with distractions, temptations that seek to pull you away from your higher self. People will be drawn to you, sensing the shift in your presence, feeling the pull of your energy. But not everyone who comes near you is meant to receive you. Not everyone who desires you is aligned with your journey. And this is where your discipline will be tested. Can you resist what is easy in favor of what is right? Can you walk away from temporary pleasure in pursuit of eternal purpose? Can you protect your energy from those who only seek to take without giving anything in return? These are the questions you must answer, not just once, but every single day. Spiritual discipline is not about deprivation. It is about conscious choice. It is about choosing what serves you over what drains you. It is about choosing alignment over convenience.